Hey everyone, Ashley, your pet content creator coach. And listen, this is one of my favorite questions because of the fact that I get this so often and it is so important. And in this video, I'm going to be talking you through the red flags, the things to spot a scam when it comes to being a content creator or an influencer. But with that in mind, I need you to go down the description, get your free ebook and your free 2-day course so that as a pet influencer, you can get started on the right foot. Because I don't need you making all these mistakes like I keep saying over and over and over again. So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, when it comes to scams, I truly have coaching clients within our group coaching program and on my one-on-one clients who reach out to me weekly with screenshots and with, copying and pasting examples of emails and direct messages that brands are sending them that seem sketchy, and they want me to review it to see if it's legitimate or not. Because of that, honestly, over the past few years of being a coach for pet influencers, I've realized that this is something that comes up over and over again. So let's go ahead and go through a few of the things that I need you to be looking out for. If you get a direct message, if you get an email from a brand, and this is not just for pet influencers, like this can be anyone who is in the influencer industry. The very first thing that I do if I get an email is I go and click on the actual email name, like the person's name, and I look for if it looks like a legitimate email. All the time I get emails from people like, hey, we are Starbucks and we want to work with you. And then I look at the email and it's like xyzpq1@aol.com. Like, it's not legit. And I'm like, obviously, if Starbucks was going to reach out to me, they would be using an email from Starbucks, you would think. So that's the very first thing. If it's a weird looking email with lots of letters, or if it's not coming, like if it's literally coming from like a Gmail or something, like it is not likely to be legitimate. Number two, and this is a huge pet peeve of mine, is if it has terrible grammar and lots of weird spacing. And I see these every single day. Every day these pop up in my email box. And so it is something to just consider. Yes, there are a lot of international brands, and I completely understand that there are brands with individuals who are writing these emails who may not have perfect grammar, and that is okay. And I have worked with brands that are international. So I'm definitely not saying that this is a every single case situation, but a lot of times you will find that the grammar is super off, that the wording just doesn't flow, and it just doesn't feel right. If it doesn't feel right, you need to probably pass on it. From there, a huge red flag is website pricing. So let's say a brand reaches out and they say, hey, I want to give you some free products in exchange for a reel. You say, okay, it'll be cool to get some free stuff. I need you to go to their website, and in their website, I need you to look at their pricing. Now, I know this sounds odd, but I've seen this too many times, way too many times, where a brand will have a dog toy for like $65. And I'm just like, what person in their right mind is going to buy a little stuffed toy thing that they could buy for $3 at Petco for $65 and then pay what? $50 of shipping? I kid you not. I see this all the time. It just doesn't make sense, right? So of course, as we're going through these different bullet points, it's all about like, that just is off. That just doesn't make sense. Okay. So I see this all the time. So again, if their pricing is weird, if their website is super unprofessional, if their website is, I've seen crazy sketchy websites. So that is your next step. From there, there's a huge pet peeve that I see that makes it so that a brand, it looks like a brand doesn't care about you as an individual creator and is just mass sending out emails. And that is, I know this is odd, but you'll understand if you can relate if you are a creator, is when the person messaging you calls you dear all the time. Now, I don't know if this is a language barrier thing or if this is just something that continues to happen with sketchy deals. And that is when they keep saying, hello, dear. Oh, how about this, dear? And I'm like, why do you keep calling me dear? Like, this is so odd. Dear this. And there'll be like 10 dears in an email. I'm like, what on earth? Anyway. That's that. Another huge red flag is if a brand says, hey, we want to collaborate with you, but you need to pay for the product and or you need to pay for shipping. I always say this to every person who brings that up this situation to be. Do not pay for a product and or don't pay for shipping. If a brand wants to send you something, say, I will only do this if you send it for free or if you pay me. Don't you pay. A lot of times they'll say, we'll reimburse you. We'll reimburse the shipping after you paid $50 or something for free products. So again, huge red flag. You can either respond and say, sorry, I'm not interested. Or yeah, if you pay me, I will make you content, or again, whatever it is. But I do not want to hear you paying for free products that are supposed to be reimbursed, because it happens way too many times that it doesn't work out. So no, this is a little bit of an overview. In our group coaching online course program, I deep dive into more of these with more examples and legitimate examples that come to me and that I've experienced. So if you're interested in joining our group coaching program, you can check out the link down in the description below. Otherwise, hopefully this was helpful for a huge majority of you, and I will see you all in the next video.